there. Kailash, is that you watching, baby? I guess I'm going to see. I mean, I really don't have anything special to say. In fact, I'm going to probably try to keep quiet. I'm going to ask Spirit for messages for you. Energy looks all right so far. Yeah, good, good, yeah. No, may have spoken a little too soon on the energy part. Definitely some negativity here that was not here yesterday. This is a lot of negativity. All right, Kailash. Great, good. Thank you, baby. Thank you for letting me know. Anybody have a question? Go ahead, let's start with questions. Anybody watching have a question? Hey, Echo, long time no see, baby. How are you? Okay. So, Kailash, we're going to do a daily reading then. I'm going to find out how Spirit's working in the upcoming week because we're at the beginning of a new week. We're going to see how things are going to go in homework, surprise, love, our role, and the outcome of this upcoming week. Is anybody finding themselves questioning everything? Like wondering what the hell I'm even doing? Am I doing, like, I've been noticing lately, I've been questioning myself and not necessarily my ability to do the readings, but whether or not I should continue. I go through this, every once in a while where I start, and I'm, for some reason, right before I started this video, I felt very nauseous. Like, it hit me out of nowhere. So somebody could have something going on with their stomach. You could be feeling very nauseated. Someone could be pregnant and having morning sickness. I don't know. But it hit me like I was channeling someone's not feeling well. And I'm still, like, I literally am having to hold it down. It's that bad. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Regina. Yeah, it's like I can't decide if anything in my life is as it should be right now. I feel remember we were going to have some very profound changes. Let's go back and read that again. Why not? Okay, let's see what exactly we need to know. Because I think we read it a bit too early. Like, now I'm feeling the effects of it big time. Big time. Okay. I actually have my stuff set for sidereal astrology, so Eastern astrology. And let me show you something. If I've never shown you this before, I want to show you something. This is kind of bizarre. I've shown it to Kailash. This is my birth chart in Eastern astrology. I want you to look at this. You have to look at your screen if you're just listening. Do you see all that, Scorpio? That's my birth chart. The sun, Scorpio. Pisces moon. My Mercury is Scorpio. My Venus is Scorpio. My Mars is Libra. True node Sagittarius, which is my sun sign in Western. My ascendant, it says, is Aquarius. My midhaven, Scorpio. Lilith is Scorpio. All Scorpio. Like, who the hell can have... And I'm going to tell you the truth. You know, they say that you can't cross a Scorpio, they'll never forgive. I am probably one of the most forgiving people ever. Like, I'm not one to hold a grudge. One thing I will say is I cannot stand to be ignored. If you ignore me, that really disturbs me. But that's the only thing I can really say. If you want to get next to me, ignore me. That gets next to me. And if you do ignore me for long enough, it'll take me a while, but eventually I will excommunicate myself from you. All right, so you're a Sagittarius on the cusp of Scorpio. You probably are in a Fuicus, which is actually in Western astrology. I am a Fuicus. A Fuicus is the 13th sign of the zodiac that was taken out. And I think the fact that it was taken out, it kind of makes everything shift, if you know what I mean, if you put it back in. And so some of this is not all accurate, in my opinion. I don't really go by astrology as much as I go by the gift that I've been given of mediumship, where I'm able to connect with the spirit world and get messages. And I get feelings in my body, like this sick feel that I have right now. Like somebody is either pregnant. I mean, it's literally right there about to come up. They could be hungover and whatever's going on. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm having a hard time getting started, which is part of the reading, okay? I don't know exactly how yet, but it is. It's part of the reading. I do want to start out by getting this, see, I'm real scatterbrained. Somehow you might be real scatterbrained. All right, I want to get a report of our monthly horoscope, and I want to look back over that again because I think we have a lot going on. There's no doubt about it. For some reason, it's not coming up on here. Hold on. It took me a minute to find it last time. I'll find it. Just give me a second. We have a full moon in Capricorn that starts on Thursday. We have the Saturn retrograde in Aries that starts in a week. But there was a whole month. I had found the month of July's zodiac. And that's what I'm looking for. So just give me a second. July horoscope right here. I want to read it again. This comes from Astro Matrix. Just indulge me, okay? This is important. The crystal for this month is black tourmaline, and the chakra is your third eye chakra. This month is potent and profound. July 1st at 9 a.m. through July 31st. Okay. Harnessing powerful transformation, tasting various options for love, remaining open-hearted amidst fear, and processing intense relationships and emotions. July brings a wave of planetary shifts that prompt us to rethink, revise, and realign, with multiple retrogrades, a full moon in Capricorn, and a new moon in Leo. The cosmos is calling for clarity of purpose. Has anybody noticed that there's been a lot of confusion in their readings? They're getting a lot of conflicting and confusing cards. Emotional grounding and creative courage. So that's what the cosmos are calling for. Clarity of your purpose, emotional grounding, and creative courage. This is not a month for rushing forward blindly. It's about refining intentions, reconnecting with heart truths, and finding structure within chaos. Here's a look at each key date. Here we go again. July 4th, Venus went into Gemini. Venus enters curious and cerebral Gemini, activating social sparks, witty banter, and flirtatious energy. Relationships benefit from open communication, playful exploration, and mental stimulation. However, be wary of scattering your attention, as superficially won't sustain what's truly meaningful. Also, July 4th, Neptune went retrograde. Here's the confusion, okay? Retrograde in Aries, no doubt. So you probably had arguments at this point. As Neptune begins its backward motion through fiery Aries, illusions tied to identity, leadership, and personal purpose may start to dissolve. This retrograde pushes us to confront where we've been deluding ourselves about our independence or chasing false dreams. Time to sober up and listen to your inner compass. July 7th, Uranus in Gemini. Uranus shakes up the mental realm as it enters Gemini, bringing innovation, disruption, and breakthroughs in how we think, learn, and communicate. Expect sudden ideas, technological shifts, or radical changes in beliefs. Stay flexible as the mind is being rewired for the future. July 10th, Capricorn's full moon. The powerful full moon in Capricorn shines a spotlight on discipline, responsibility, and long-term goals. It's culmination point for anything you've been building in your career or structure in your life. Emotions may run high around themes of achievement versus emotional neglect. Let go of rigid expectations and find new forms of power, of grounded power. July 13th is Saturn retrograde in Aries. Saturn's retrograde in Aries forces a review of how you assert authority, take initiative, and handle conflict. Old patterns of aggression, avoidance, or immaturity may rise up. Have you noticed anybody acting immature lately? I have. Aggressive. Have they been avoiding things? I think I'm more of the avoidance type, but I've seen people around me very aggressive, very immature. This may rise up to be restructured. So you're realizing you might have some of these traits. It's a karmic cleanup time to refine your discipline and resilience without burning bridges. So in the past, in order to deal with these things, you may have just avoided it by cutting that person out of your life. But rather than to cut the person out of your life, you're actually going to say, you know what, I might need to grow the fuck up. All right, July 18th, Mercury is going to go retrograde in Leo. When Mercury begins its retrograde in fiery Leo, communication takes on theatrical twists. This is going to be a month of a bunch of bullshit. Expect old passions, unresolved drama, or creative blocks to resurface. This retrograde highlights where pride or ego may be clouding clarity. It's a chance to reflect on how you express your truth. Are you performing or genuinely connecting? Revisit creative projects and old loves, but avoid impulsive declarations. The mind needs a pulse to align with the heart's integrity. A pause to align with the heart's integrity. Now, on the 22nd, Leo season begins. July 22nd, it's going to be Leo season. The sun blazes into Leo, inviting us to reclaim joy, creativity, and self-expression. After weeks of retrograde, reworking Leo season calls you to shine with authenticity. So after you go through all of this that you're going through now, seeing through the illusion, realizing where you need to grow up, where you can communicate better, where you have had blocks to your creativity, where you're questioning your purpose, after all that, you're going to shine. You're going to be very authentic. After weeks of retrograde, reworking Leo season calls you to shine with authenticity and courage. Express yourself boldly, but be sure the spotlight isn't covering up emotional wounds. So don't get up in front of people pretending like you got it all together when you're truly a whole big hot mess. Because it's going to come back to bite you in the ass on July 30th when Chiron retrogrades. Okay, July 24th, Then July 30th, Chiron retrograde. Wounds around independence, rejection, and identity are going to resurface. As Chiron turns retrograde, healing becomes internal, reflective, and deeper than words. There's going to be a lot of tears. There's going to be a lot of shedding. This is a time to tend to your own story with compassion, especially around areas where you've felt like you're just not enough. And also on the 30th, Venus is going to go into Cancer, out of Gemini into Cancer. Venus softens as she moves into nurturing Cancer, shifting love and money matters toward emotional safety and heartfelt connection. Longing for comfort, home, and genuine intimacy rises. It's time to nest, nurture, and show your love through care, not performance. All right. So, are you feeling those things? We talked about them earlier in the month, but I don't think we quite grasped how that was going to hit. Oh, I forgot to get us a song. It's hitting me especially hard. Especially hard. All right, song spirit. What song would you give us that would help us to see where we are in this coming week as a collective? What is it that would shape our week as a collective? Spirit, may we see, please? Song. When the Stars Come Out, Chris Stapleton. Interesting song, Spirit. I was looking for a change of scene. You were looking at a magazine. It was red carpets and limousines. The grass seemed so much greener. All we wanted was to get there fast, so we packed up everything we had, running on hope in a tank of gas, like dreams ain't just for dreamers. We couldn't wait to leave that life behind, trying to find salvation in that city limit sign. And one of those early nights when the stars come out, oh, the stars come out and shine. And they burn so bright, they drown the downtown lights when the stars come out. Oh, when the stars come out. Everybody's somebody someday. Everybody's got a part to play. Everybody's trying to find a way to say what needs saying. Everybody got a friend of a friend, somebody that can get you in, begging angels for a sin in the game that we're all playing. You and I were gamblers, sorting cards that we can't see. I'm betting on you, you're betting on me. One of those early nights when the stars came out. Oh, the stars come out and shine. And they burn so bright, they drown the downtown lights when the stars come out. Oh, when the stars come out. Down on the freeway, the sun is out of sight. And I got a feeling tonight might be the night. Yeah, tonight might be the night. One of those early nights when the stars come out. Oh, the stars come out and shine. And they burn so bright, they drown the downtown lights when the stars come out. Oh, when the stars come out, when the stars come out. Oh, whoa, when the stars come out. So, I'm not going to give you any advice or guidance on that song. Take it as it resonates. But what it brings to mind for me, I had not even... Cheryl, one of my moderators, who, by the way, if you know Cheryl is okay. She needs a new phone. Her phone won't hold a charge, and that's why she hasn't been able to moderate lately. So she's okay. She had a couple of people in her family who passed away, and she's been dealing with the stress and the aftermath of losing her loved ones a couple of months ago. But she is doing okay. But she had talked to me a few times, maybe once or twice, about what's been going on with Sean Combs in the media. And she was telling me so many horrific things that I had not heard anything about. And I was watching TV yesterday, and I just happened to see, something on one of my networks about his sex trafficking, racketeering, and the girl, Cassie, I think her name was, that he was dating for so many years, and I think he had some children with or something. I don't know. She came forward and accused him of these freakouts and forcing her to have sex with strangers and just all kinds of debauchery. I mean, this guy is, in my opinion, given way more power than he ever should have been given. And I think it goes all the way back to Tupac when he was killed, that these record labels, East and West, were at war with each other. I mean, basically, he's a thug. He is a chump and a thug and a nobody from Harlem. And he was given all this power and he abused it. And that's what happens a lot of times when you give somebody power, is they abuse it. Especially if they have come from a place of powerlessness like Harlem, where everybody is pretty much poor and on public assistance. And as a child, they alluded to the fact that he was severely beaten. You know, and there's no telling how many people he used to fulfill his sick sex addictions and fetishes with all of his baby oil and super lube or whatever the fuck they call it. It disgusted me. And then to see that he did not even get convicted on a single count of raping her. And even after a video was shown, and for him to have the audacity to come forward and try to say that he had hit rock bottom. No, motherfucker, you had been at rock bottom. You were never on the top. That was a facade. And I know for myself, I just don't give people in Hollywood any influence over me. I don't give a damn about what they do with their lives. Yeah, I enjoy watching a good movie, but they're human just like I am. They put their pants on one leg at a time, and their shit stinks just like mine does, okay? So I'm not putting anybody on a pedestal. And this guy was given that's why I was feeling so sick. I'm not feeling sick anymore. So I think a lot of you, I didn't know anything about it until yesterday, except what little bit Cheryl had told me. But I think a lot of you are redefining the way you look at people that are in the public eye and how you let them influence your life. Because if you're going to let somebody influence your life, you need to make sure that they're living the kind of life that you aspire to live. Because you are probably 1,000 times more the human being that monster is. He deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison for the things that he is guilty of. And I truly believe that he did them. There's just too much evidence to the contrary that he did these things. He did them. Sad. It's sad because he had a chance. You know, and we see this over and over and over again in people that are just humans, and they make this enormous amount of money and they become some kind of like a god. It's almost like you know, they become an idol. They just become an idol. And they have so much influence over the younger people. And they take that and they just abuse it. It's so despicable. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And that's just how I feel. All right, we're going to get started now. Well, how do we want to start here? How are we working in this collective? Obedience, patience, joy in reverse. So you're having to be patient and do what you're told by those in authority, and you're unhappy. You have to be content and have respect. And somehow love is at the very, very core of all of this. All right, Spirit, how are you working in the collective at home? Whoa, that flew out. Your coins. So if you've been struggling with money, here you might be about to come into some money. You might get a raise. You could also just be finding like pennies, dimes, nickels, stuff like that. But you're also going to travel. So you might be traveling for work. You're going to make some money though, it looks like. Spirit's working on coins and travel at home. All right, what about work life? At work, you have a guardian angel and you're finding feathers. All right, what are your surprises? Numbers, and you're going to get grounded. So something surprises you about numbers this week. You're going to find feathers. There's an angel with you when it comes to your work life. And at home, you're going to have coins and travel. All right, love life. Ooh, that flew out. Somebody's heart is going to, their broken heart is going to be mended. And you might feel like you've lost your mind. You might have somebody could have some dementia going on. All right, what is our role here? Our role is our house. We need to do something when it comes to our house. And outcome. Communication came out in reverse and seeing things from Spirit's perspective. Why are you not talking? Why is communication in reverse? Because you're going to be a phoenix rising. And you're going to have a job, is what you don't see coming. So I think you're going to be working. If you're already working, you're going to keep working. That's good news. That's really good news. All right, let's see how the angels are working in our home life. Angels at home. At home, you're feeling the vibes. The vibes. You're having travel and your coins and you're feeling the vibes. All right, what about work life? Work life. You have that guardian angel. You have a huge guardian angel over your work life. And you're going to find feathers. This angel is going to let you know it's about by you finding feathers. All right, surprises. Collective, be looking for the feathers. Oh, look what's their surprise, collective. You're going to have prosperity. Spirit is about to pour out the prosperity in your life. Look at all those coins that are falling out of that angel. Look at all of them. Oh my goodness. Gold. All right, love life. Where you feel like you've lost your mind and your heart's broken. You're going to have your creative power. There's a divine plan. And you're going to have music in your love life. Okay. All right, our role. Our role is we're going to forgive. Has something to do with our house, and we're going to show somebody grace. Outcome. Oh, that flew out. You're going to have a partnership. You're going to have a partnership. Maybe where you've had no communication, you're going to have partnership. Phoenix rising. Beautiful energy. And this is going to be a powerful partnership. Also, collective. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now I'm going to pull tarot and see what comes out. We're going to use the black cards today. Show me how you're working in the collective spirit. There's going to be a tower. The tower is in reverse. The tower in reverse is you maybe trying to avoid something from tearing down your stability or your structure. And it's like, it's inevitable that this happened. Unless something stops it. What's the energy to overcome? The High Priestess. When the energy to overcome is the High Priestess, you can be a bit self-righteous. Don't be self-righteous. And also, I'm going to pull a card on that. And what's going to pull it together? It's like you're thinking you know something you don't know, or that there's going to be a wheel. So you have no control over this. And the energy to overcome is the High Priestess. Wow, this is powerful. And look, what's coming is hope. This is going to bring, the universe is up to something. When you have the Tower and the wheel in the same reading, you're about to see some shit change. And whatever is going on here is out of your control. It's in the universe's hands. And when the power to overcome is the high priestess, this can also mean that you're blocked. Your intuition is not going to be seeing this even coming. Like something is about to happen that's going to change your whole entire course of, there's this divine plan, your creative power, and your music. This definitely could be about to change something in your love life. Your money's about to really take off, collective. And you are going to be a phoenix rising where you've had no communication. You're going to have a partnership. A partnership can be work related, right? And this reading has a feel that you have just had nothing but heartache. And to the point where you've even felt like this has driven you to literally mad. But we're all mad here, right? We're all mad here. We're all crazy as fuck. Okay. What's going on at home? It's whatever's going on at home, it's serious. It says it's not that serious in reverse. So something serious could be going on with you at home. You're feeling the vibes, and it has to do with coins and travel. All right, what about work? We see that you just have this angel. When it comes to work, where one of you does more than the other, you are gonna have to get control over your codependency, period. Spirit is working on you. Stop being such a pushover. Get your shit together. Set some good boundaries. There's someone that you need to learn to set boundaries with. You do too much. You overdo. You overgive. Spirit's been working on codependency in your life. And it's serious. It's someone at home. Surprise. What's the surprise? A lot of this is coming out in reverse. Interrupting was for assholes when you were spending time with someone. So you're not going to spend time with someone because you're not going to be interrupted, surprisingly. So you're not going to spend time with someone making art, love, or music because interrupting was for assholes. You wouldn't let them finish. Maybe they just interrupted when you were talking and you're like, I ain't spending time with you. All right, what's your love life looking like? You're not being heard. Probably because interrupting was for assholes. What about your role here? Your friends are going to miss your face, and people are messy. Love them anyway. And what's going to be the outcome? Somebody's going to forgive. We saw that already. And you're still going to be hot, smart, and have a great ass. And you're going to open your mouth, talk, use big words. But you're not going to keep your fucking job. Wait, why did I say that? Okay, fuck your job is in reverse. So you're going to start working. Sorry, I was looking at it upside down or something. Maybe for somebody, I said the real way. Okay, let's look at ways we can not F ourselves. How do we not F ourselves when it comes to home life? Kindness came out in reverse. Take it as it resonates, okay? These might all need to be read in the upright. Be guided by your heart. Let go of logic and rationality. You might need to look at things more logically. Like, you might need to wake the fuck up. Remember? Wake up. All right, what about work life? Oh, wow! Spirit ain't no joke. It says plan your career and fuck being nice. It's okay to be nice, just not too nice. Remember, Spirit's working on your codependency. I just heard a loud noise. All right, surprises. I think we have a tropical storm in the ocean. Surprisingly, you're overcoming obstacles, but you need to work on your nutrition and explore yourself. Maybe you're not planning on doing that, but you're going to overcome an obstacle. Love life. Fuck. Give less fucks. Fuck. That seems to be the word of the day. Live your dream and give less fucks in your love life. your role. Clear your energy, collective, and rediscover yourself. That was why that negativity was coming through and the outcome. Dang, your cards are flying across the room. There's a past life connection as the outcome. Damn it. You're not setting financial goals. You need to set financial goals with all this money coming in. You got a lot of money coming in, a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity. You hear that? Is that thunder? And if you don't set financial goals, you're going to be wasting your money, and you don't want that to happen. Trust me. You got a lot of abundance showing up here. You need to plan your career and stop being so nice. It's okay to be nice, just not too nice. Give less fucks and live your dream of your love life. Rediscover yourself. Clear your energy. Get that palo out. Get that Santo. Get that sage. The black tourmaline. Use the black tourmaline. Charge your crystals in the full moon. Take a cleansing bath. Whatever you do to clear your energy. There's something in your energy that needs to be gotten out. Meditate. Clear your chakras. Okay? Third eye. That energy to overcome being the high priestess. Make sure you see really clearly with your third eye. Your third eye could be blocked. You're not, but spirit could block it intentionally. We're going to pull tarot on that in just a second. Give me a moment. I want to see what else I need to pull here. What are the blocks that are happening in your love life? Because we see you have a past life love as the outcome. Your music, I mean, this is sounding so twin flame. Divine plan, creative power. You're crazy and your heart's broken. That sounds so twin flame. What are the blocks in your love life? Seeking perfection, not being you, eye candy in reverse, unavailable, too attached, and this is not too much. All right, let's just read them all in the upright. All right, take only what's fitting your situation. Somebody here is seeking perfection. Everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Not being you. You are trying to project a perfect image. And of course, if you want somebody perfect, you're going to try to be perfect. Eye candy. Somebody here might only care about what somebody looks like. You're unavailable. You're just not available for love because somebody may be too attached and you feel like it's just all too much. It's just too soon for somebody also. Only take what's fitting your love life. You know what broke your heart and you know what you need to work on. When I mention it, you know whether or not it's yours. It's your shit. Only take your shit. Leave the other people's shit for them, right? Exactly. Okay. Now we're going to move into tarot, I think. Someone's not been communicating with you, and I want to see what they want, what they're not saying. Whoever this is that's not communicating, Spirit, what is it they're not saying? The hidden truth. Okay, I pulled this card. I feel like we both need to go our separate ways for a while. So you could be moving on from a relationship or job. All right, what would this person not say to you as the outcome? I compare others to you and I feel so happy with you. So when they look at other people, they think about you and they compare that person to you. And they're so happy, but I'm not over you. Okay, so you have an ex. They could be a past life love, or that just could mean somebody from your past. Like in the past, you knew this person and dated them. Like 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago. That kind of past life. It doesn't have to mean more than one lifetime. But what they're not telling you is that they are not over you. So plan on someone from your past coming back, is what Spirit's saying. In the next week, because that's what I'm asking about. Someone from your past is coming back to you. And you're going to talk to them. Open your mouth. You're hot, smart, and they are going to forgive, or you're going to forgive them. There's a sense that this could already have happened for some of you. You may have reconnected recently with this person. I feel that the two of you are supposed to be working together. One of you or both may feel like this relationship drove you crazy and broke your heart. Music is very significant to your relationship. You're not spending time with them because interrupting is for assholes. You're going to have, surprisingly, something with numbers, nature, and you're going to have prosperity, surprisingly. So this is going to come as a surprise, but you're going to have money, prosperity, a lot of abundance. And you can't spend time with somebody because it would be interrupting and an asshole. But it's in reverse, so they don't interrupt. They're not an asshole. And you just can't spend time with them. Surprisingly, in the next week, so someone you just won't be able to spend time with. And maybe you thought you were going to. All right. Why is the Tower here for this reading? Because of the Nine of Pentacles. What you don't see coming is a prosperous victory, collective. It's going to give you the ability to be on your own 2 feet, to stand up and take care of yourself. You don't see it coming, or it's going to come out of nowhere as a Tower moment. You're fixing to have a good Tower. You could even be trying to prevent a good Tower. This could be single for some. You're going to be able to be the Nine of Pentacles. There's nothing better than the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who is prosperous. They have money. They're able to do for themselves. They don't have to rely on others. The codependency is about to be cleared out. You could have been dependent on others because you had no choice. You had no career. Because, see, you're going to plan your career. You have angels all over the place. All right, why are you not seeing something with this High Priestess? Okay. It's about an emperor who has hard misfortune. The Five of Pentacles. There's an emperor in reverse. This is somebody who's an Aries vibe. We have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus over here. We have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus over here, and then we have Aries. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Pisces. We have all the fixed signs, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Aquarius again. So there's a strong Aquarius vibe to this. There's a strong fire sign vibe to this, and a very strong earth vibe to this. Somebody is ineffective in... It looks like this person, what you don't see is essentially they are going to or have already lost it all. Look, the truth is coming out about something. You're going to finally see very clearly what's been causing you to be confused, to have illusions. What caused this hard misfortune? Disappointment. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Somebody was making promises and they didn't keep them. It could have been him, or it could have been other people. He could have been promised things that never came through. A lot of disappointment here. This person is in poverty. Their house looks like it's burned down. For someone, there could be a fire or have been a fire that caused you to lose everything. What you don't, it's like the energy to overcome is that you can't see. Or maybe you're being too hard on this person. Like maybe you're treating this person poorly because of their misfortune and you're being self-righteous to them. Why is the Wheel here? Oh my goodness. Holy shit. That wheel is not a good wheel, collective. Look at what it represents. Kailash is getting a list together. Diane Cherie, or I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. The moderator will put you on the list if there's room, baby. Look at this, y'all. This is what's about to happen. The Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. there is about to be a huge, huge fight. And it's because it looks like somebody has been deceiving you. You're about to hear about a fight, or you're going to get in a fight where somebody has been deceptive. What are they doing that's deceptive? They're telling you that they want to start something new because they don't feel emotionally complete. The Fool and the Ten of Cups in reverse. It's like, I'm tired of being in this. Why do they want this? What's going on? They're setting boundaries with this person so they can heal. Remember the heart that needs mending down here? There's about to be a fight. Somebody is going to tell you that there's been a huge disagreement because of deception, and they decided, you know what, I'm just going to take a risk. This is not fulfilling me, and I'm setting boundaries. I'm going to use my ethics over my emotions so that I can heal and get the rest that I deserve. I need a break. Give me a break from this. I can't take this shit anymore. And why is the star on the bottom of the deck? Because somebody is going to no longer be careless and reckless and do stupid shit that's dangerous. What are they going to do? There's the Tower. They're going to have this tower that they're going to realize that their unexpected setbacks have made them very, very strong, very powerful. This is a fire sign. It could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We have a strong Aries vibe here. But this person has the Tower. This reckless person, this Knight of Wands, this Sagittarius, this could be a Sagittarius. They are saying, oh, look, there's a Magician. This person is going to realize what they don't realize here. Whatever happened here is going to cause them to stand on their own 2 feet. And they don't see how much disaster this has caused and how much disappointment this has caused. Maybe their father could be disappointed in them. And maybe their father is living in this 5 of Pentacle energy where they don't have anything. It could be living on the streets, homeless. I mean, this person is like a huge disappointment. You're going to have a fight, or there's someone who's going to have a fight. And this is going to bring them freedom where there's been no unconditional love. This person doesn't know what unconditional love is. And you're going to set boundaries, and you're going to heal. Your wounds are going to be healed. This could be this love right here. That Tower is you, where you've had unexpected setbacks. You're going to realize this has made you incredibly strong and dependable and able to set goals for your life and to manifest this prosperity and all these good things that you have. Remember, we have unhappiness, patience, doing what you're told by those in authority, obedience. And then we had respect. You remember. Whew, powerful, powerful. What are you manifesting on the bottom of this deck? Oh, being determined, standing up for yourself. Don't fuck with me. Who are you being determined about, or what about? Okay. It's a person. This could be you. Fill in the blank. So, oh, there's a relationship that's going to end. Okay, so you're going to go all in determined because you want yourself to have security, abundance. And you're seeing moving forward from a different perspective and fill in the blank. I think you're about to move forward from a relationship that has caused you a lot of misfortune, a lot of pain, a lot of empty promises, a lot of just making you feel like you've lost your mind, hurt you. Yeah, this has caused you so much heartache. You're going to finally be able to stand on your own 2 feet, and this all in determined to be maybe to be the King of Pentacles. Pisces is here with Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then we have all 13 of the signs here for fill in the blank. Wild card. Something's ending that's painful too. Clarify more about the Emperor and his misfortune. Somebody, the Knight of Swords, there's a Libra vibe to this. Somebody is just coming in real fast with information. What are they saying? The truth when it comes to an injustice. And what is the truth? Oh my God. That there's an Empress that's going through a lot of burden. They want to take the burden, it looks like, off of this mother, this Empress. Or maybe they can't stand the burden that they're carrying. That's the truth. The injustice has to do with their identical match, the Empress. What's the Ten of Wands? The Devil came out, y'all. Somehow there's devil energy affecting this woman. In a relationship that she has with someone, perhaps. There could be an addiction here. Clarify the Devil. That's the full moon. That's where you can't use your intuition. Your intuition is weak when it comes. You can't see the truth about this devil. Whatever this devil is, you're blind to it. That's why your intuition is what you have to overcome. Sometimes in life, you can be too close to a situation to see the truth. Look, there's going to be a new opportunity for somebody. I can't get any more specific with this message. Spirit is telling me that if I do, it'll become clouded. But right now that it makes sense for a lot of various different situations to keep it open-ended like this. There's definitely a Leo here. There's definitely a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's definitely an Emperor and Empress here. What is going on with this Emperor? First of all, show me how he feels about this Empress. How does this Emperor feel about this Empress? He's letting her go. He's walking away and moving on. How does she feel about him? She's drifting. She has her memories. She's getting established and having intimacy. She feels like maybe he's drifting and has good memories, but that he's getting established and is having intimacy with somebody he has a lot of chemistry with. Why are you letting her go, Emperor? Because it's deep. And there's a confession that needs to be made. Okay, there's the communication that's lacking. Let's see what it is. This is just taking a very sobering turn. Give me a second. What's the confession? There's going to be an unexpected message, an unveiling, or somebody's going to try to justify something. There's going to be a confession. What's the confession between these two? There's been drama, and I can't stop thinking about you. What's the confession? So he's letting her go because this is deep. And she feels like he's drifting, even though there's a lot of good memories, and he's established with somebody he's getting intimate with. Maybe she thinks he's coming back to her, and he's really letting her go. What, that might be the confession. What's the confession? It doesn't hurt so much, and how could you ever forgive me for the mess I've made? It came out in reverse. So one of you is saying, I hurt you so much. How could you ever forgive me? So they don't understand how you can just forgive so easily. Remember at the beginning, I said that I am such a forgiving person? You might be the same way. What would the other person say in return? That I can't stop thinking about you and I want to be different. So maybe this person wishes they couldn't forgive so easily. What would you want to be different? I am blocked. And my life is a mess right now. Came out in reverse. So you blocked me, but my life's not a mess. You remember there's no communication? Why do you not want to be forgiven? It's like this person can't forgive. Why can't I move on from you? I can't do this right now. Emotions. I'm tired of these emotions overwhelming me. And you are so different from everyone around me. Why can't you do this right now? Because no one understands me but you. And life without you is hopeless, dark, depressing, and I miss your light. So this emperor is letting go. Let me clarify something. Let me look at something. Because remember, our intuition is blocked. What is he letting go of? That's the intuition part. Remember, I just spoke that. There's no hope or no trust. When I look back over everything I've put into this, I feel like there's no hope. No hope about what? That deception up there and having it all. Somebody thought they were going to have it all. Well, what's the truth? That you were hurt. This is what hurt you. You thought you were going to get to have it all, and that's what hurt you. That's what he's letting go of. He feels like when he looks back over everything he's put into this, there's no hope. Because he thought he was going to have it all with you, and he got hurt, or he hurt you. Alright. The High Priestess is a significant thing this week, guys. I can't emphasize that strongly enough. Spirit's saying, use your intuition. There's something significant about to go down here. And I think it's going to surprise you when someone ends up single. And they're going to be determined. They're going to travel. Maybe to your home. But for some reason, you're not going to spend time with somebody. Because interrupting is for assholes. How did you get deceived and hurt? The Eight of Wands. That's like moving on real fast. Moving forward real fast. Why did they do that? Because this was injustice for the King of Cups. To just let go. To just move on. This person was in love. Then why did they do this? Because of that person that came in with that information is the one that's starting the fight. Down here where somebody's coming in real fast with information, they are the ones who are going to start this fight up here. The energy to overcome is when this person comes in real fast and starts shit, not to let them eat your lunch. You need to heal from this, okay? I'm not really, I think it's making more sense than I am getting. Look, there's also an Ace of Wands here. That's a very big new beginning in something very passionate. So, I don't know exactly what he's letting go of. Spirit's saying it's different for all of us. I'm running out of room over here, I know that. Alright, does anybody have anything else to say here? I'm scared of rejection, and I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. So this person, when they hurt you and they said, how can you forgive me? Now they're afraid you're going to reject them. And why do I feel so lost? Alright, because that Neptune energy is causing a lot of us to feel lost right now, baby. You're going to be alright. Okay, I think we have the reading. I think we see what's going on here. I don't think there's a need to go much further with this. I am going to pull just a couple more things, but I want to clean up some of this mess before I do. You need to be careful. There's going to be a fight, a big fight. And don't become self-righteous in the middle of this. Be careful of how you handle this confrontation. That's all I'm going to say to you. Be careful how you handle confrontation right now. Because if you become self-righteous and think that you're super spiritual, you're going to make a fool of yourself. Because this is going to be a nasty, nasty fight. And it looks like it's going to end in somebody being determined that they don't need to be with you. They can be fine on their own. I can do bad by myself, is what I'm hearing. And this, like I said, it could be someone that you haven't spoken to in a while. Or there's been not a lot of meaningful... I mean, you could be chit-chatting with this person and not be getting anything meaningful from them. And that in itself is frustrating, is it not? That'll drive you crazy. Remember I said I can't stand to be ignored? Giving me breadcrumbs is worse to me than ignoring me. Just giving me like a one word whatever after I've poured my heart and soul out to you, responding to me with a word or two is like a slap in the face to me. It says to me, I don't have time for you right now. And if you don't have time for me, I don't have time for you. And I'm not trying to be petty. I'm just saying, like, I need meaningful relationships. And that is what we're being called to have right now, is the meaningful relationships. All right. So, now, where is this man at, this divine masculine vibe? Where is he at here? He is bound. What is he bound to and why? What's going on with being bound? He's understanding something that happened in the spring. Okay. What's going on with this feminine? She's realizing her self-worth. Good for her. And what's connecting you two? Something's going to be received or was received. And what's the outcome of received? Somebody is recognizing that they're not, it's almost like you're not being heard. It's like, let me show you the picture. You're on mute. It's like this person has decided they're just not going to listen to you. But there's recognition. This is so confusing. Clarify what's going on here. This is the barrier. This person will not listen to you. They know who you are, but they just don't listen to you. Remember I said I can't stand being ignored? So what's going to be the outcome here? Because I see you have, somebody's going to purge. Oh my God. And pause. Holy shit. They're going to purge and pause a karmic partner. That fight is between this masculine who's bound and a karmic partner. And you're over here all self-worth and all. You're not feeling any grief. What's going to happen with her besides self-worth? Conclusion. I think you're done with this. I think you're done. Look, there's going to be destruction. No shit. That wheel, this masculine is fixing to go through hell. And I don't think he sees it coming. And it's because he's bound And he's realizing this. What's going to be the outcome for the masculine? There it is. Oh my God, y'all, I cannot fucking believe this. He's learning his lesson about being stuck with a soulmate. Divine timing under that. I don't know who you are, but there's a masculine in this collective. It could be the feminine who's watching. But there's a masculine that is about to come out of a karmic situation, and you never thought they would come out of this karmic situation. You don't see it coming now, and I don't think you're going to believe it until you see it. I think that's why the High Priestess is the energy to overcome. Because you're like, fuck my intuition, fuck this karmic shit, fuck this twin flame shit. I don't even believe in it anymore. I think it's bullshit. I think that's where you're at with twin flames. And I think that's probably a good place to be with them. Because it is bullshit, isn't it? Alright, what's going on here? Why is the Tower here? Because of support. The Tower is going to be about support. Remember, the energy that's going to have, that Spirit's working on is the codependency. Alright, why is the High Priestess here? Because of somebody playing hard. And why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Because of somebody having time apart, use your intuition. And why is the Star here? Because of rejection, here's your patience. And interference. Because where you've been rejected and patient, where there was interference, what's going to be the outcome? Trust, you're going to trust that there's that leap of faith showing up. We saw the King of Wands taking a leap of faith. Outcome of taking a leap of faith. You're going to put away the computer and your finances are here. Alright, so you're mastering a spiritual lesson about not taking care of yourself. What is the outcome of your finances? There's going to be an apology when it comes to finances. And somebody's going to accept that apology. So there's something going on with money here. Show me what's going on. Why is support here? Money is a big factor. Because of somebody who's been unreliable when it comes to looking for something. Maybe you've been unreliable and you've been looking for somebody to take care of you. Why is the Tower here for your... Oh my God. That's way too many cards. There's a lot going on here. Why is the Tower here? Because somebody had a loss, and because of that loss, they couldn't have a new beginning. Alright, why is the High Priestess here? Because of somebody who shares with you, and no retail, and an inspiration. It's like the High Priestess is somebody who has shared with you. They haven't sold you anything, but they've given you everything they have as far as their creative energy. They share their creative energy without selling it. And why is the Wheel here? That's a lot of stuff. Social media is here. Parenthood is here. Your soul tribe is here. And a writer is here. So when it comes to the Wheel, your social media is in reverse. Your parenthood is upright. Your soul tribe and being a writer are in reverse. So it looks like this Wheel, it could be an argument on social media with someone in your soul tribe. And they're going to say something about your mother or your father. Or you being a mother or a father. And what's going to be the outcome? Remember, this was a fight. Something's going to change when it comes to somebody who celebrates. They don't have any windfalls. They're celebrating and they don't recognize that this is keeping them from having windfalls. They party too much. And because of that, they don't have any money. But see, that's what's changing. Whoever's partying too much, they're going to recognize this. Outcome, I'm going to put windfall back in. Once they recognize that this partying needs to change, what will be the outcome? They'll get a job and stop networking. All right. And why is the star here? There's hope that somebody's money won't come to a halt. They're beautiful and they're going to go to the next level. What does the next level look like for this person? Taking a risk because they have a gift and planning something. What are they planning? Some odd jobs that are illegal. Oh my goodness, outcome of that. That's what you're planning. And you're doing spell work. Okay, alright. What's going to be the outcome of your spell work? Some of y'all are good at it. You're going to be in leadership. You're going to be at a crossroads when it comes to being a phoenix rising and not having any transportation and not having any clarity. So you're going to be in the outcome of the spell work is somebody you're going to be in leadership, and they're going to be at a crossroads about somebody giving them a car and being a phoenix rising. And justice. There's your justice. That for whatever odd job that's illegal, you're going to get justice. Oh, something made me awfully sick. Ugh. Somebody here has problems with their stomach or their solar plexus. I'm not sure which. Sour stomach. It almost feels like either a hangover or pregnancy. It could be both. You need to be careful with drinking if you don't know for sure. Alright, those don't go there. What am I doing? What is I doing? Okay. Have we gone far enough with this reading, Spirit? Anything else we need to know here? Somebody's marriage needs a second chance, but they're going to go slow. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. There's a marriage. There's a second chance. Go slow. Regret. Somebody's in denial. So maybe you're going to give your marriage a second chance and go slow, but this would be regret. What should they do instead? Be unavailable and have acceptance. Realize that there's somebody who's unavailable and set boundaries. Outcome if you do that. Chemistry? What do you mean chemistry? Okay. That says it all, doesn't it? Twin flame. Soulmate in reverse. We keep seeing this over and over again. I'm going to look at one more thing, and then we're going to get to... Go ahead and start getting me some questions together, Kailash. If anybody stuck it out with me, they can get a question answered for free. Is this person going to choose their twin flame? No peaceful resolution? Yes. So this person is not going to be able to work things out with this soulmate. I think that is somebody, I'm going to say it is definitely somebody that you have given up on. You're no longer even looking forward to this happening. I think it's because this person has been married. They've been with somebody else. They've rejected you. They've probably used you for money, even though they were with somebody else. And you are just over it. You feel like this person's established with them. You've just given up on this. You probably care deeply for this person, but you're just over it. And I don't think you're going to see any of this coming. I think this is going to come as a complete and utter shock to you. In the same way that Sean Combs coming out as being a freak and using people that he felt had no purpose or significance surprised you, this is going to surprise you on a personal level. I think that it's happening just like it happens on a global, it happens on a personal level. That's how I feel. I'm going to pull some guidance. I'm just trying to find out what guidance to pull. I'm going to take like a 2-minute break, get up, stretch my legs, And then I'm going to answer questions if there's anybody left that would like for me to answer questions. And I don't do twin flame readings anymore, so when they come out, it's totally spirit. Totally spirit. Alright. May I have guidance for whoever this is? These cards are not shuffling at all. Let's see what we got here. The Diamond Dreamer, the Lady of the Mirror, the Rainbow Prince, Sisters of the Seasons, and the Fire Prince. A lot of guidance here. The Ice Queen, ooh, and the Horse King. May I have guidance, please? One card, if I may. One card. They're just not wanting to shuffle. One card, if I may. Calm down. Calm down. It's going to be alright. You might not want to see this happen. You might be so over this, you're finished with this. Like, I don't want this to happen. The Rainbow Prince and the Spiral Dancer. We haven't seen these cards in quite a while. But these cards used to come out together a while back. Number 26 and number 5. Somehow numbers are going to be your surprise this week. Don't forget that. Number 26, the Rainbow Prince as Challenger. The Rainbow Prince is telling you that you need to address how committed you are to your path. Have you been giving of yourself only as a means to control the situation? His gentle advice is to practice giving fully of yourself. Devote all your attention when you're with someone. Remember, I couldn't stand more than anything being ignored, but worse than that was being breadcrumbed, just giving me a couple words just to kind of blow me off or ignoring me totally. Devote all your attention when you're with someone. And it's disrespectful as hell to do that. But to do it to somebody who pays your goddamn phone bill? How fucking dare you? His gentle advice is to practice giving fully of yourself. Devote all your attention when you're with someone and be completely present in all areas of your life. When you do so, you will receive more than you're trying to get by being the way you are now. The other warning is that you may be giving too much and not allowing yourself to be compensated. This may keep you in victim mode, always looking for what's unfair. Perhaps it's time to stop giving so much and instead be willing to receive. It may not be comfortable, but you deserve it. So why not allow it? Let yourself be vulnerable. Therein lies great strength. The Spiral Dancer in reverse, number 5. It seems as if you're getting caught out of breath, going in the wrong direction. Sometimes you're so busy dancing in your own tune that you find yourself out of step with everyone else. Perhaps now is the time to regroup, sit down, and rest for a while. Until the rhythm calls you to the dance again. The Spiral Dancer is a gentle one, to be still and know that you're always loved. If your question is about a relationship, don't be too assertive now. This is the time to be receptive and allow someone else to take the lead and show his or her true nature to you. At the same time, be careful of being manipulated. You will know the truth about your situation clearly if you sit this dance out and observe. And truly, that's what you're going to do. I think you're just done with this. I think at this point, you're just trying to figure out how can I withdraw myself completely, if you haven't already found the way to do that. All right, I want to do best friend here. What would best friend say here? Handle your business. You're doing your best. And what trinkets would you give me for this reading? Trinkets, please. Wow, that's quite a few. I got this motorcycle riding skeleton. Someone you know may have a mustache like that, or somehow mustaches are significant. Consider your impressions and follow them once in a while. There's a cross here. Dallas Cowboy Star. Kind, free, true to your heart, strong, happy, at peace, brave, thankful, and compassionate. I haven't seen that in quite a few minutes. Another skull and crossbones. A Celtic knot. An elephant. A lot of old timers here from back in the day. Thank you for being here again. Another elephant. That looks like maybe a Republican. I have a mandala. A fancy heart. A Pegasus. And the word love. And then I have a dolphin or a porpoise. That could be significant. Wow. Some of you have returned from a while ago. You may be that you've been coming and I just didn't know. There's also a piece of, oh my God, that's a bug. Somehow a bug, a beetle. That's a dead, like, beetle. I don't even know what to do with it. I think it's from this girl. Somebody could have bugged you, like, put a bug so they can listen. Somebody needs new tires. The Eiffel Tower. There's a tower. Remember the tower? Another skull and crossbones. Look, there's a penny. The coins. Remember the penny? Okay, prosperity. There's your cash sign. Somebody is holding your heart in their hand. I have the I Ching. Make sure you check your I Ching today. And I have that angel wing. You're going to find feathers because there's an angel around you. All right, Kailash, thank you for getting me a list. Stick around. If you run off, your reading will not be done. But I will be back in 2 minutes. Let me just stretch my legs just a moment, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for all of your participation and joining me today. I'll let you out in a minute, God. You want to get out, don't you, baby? I love you, honey. I love you, but sometimes I have to have a break. You are the most clean parrot I have ever met. I've never had anybody that had to be with me so much. I love you to death, and I love you being on my shoulder. But that shitting all down my back, I ain't putting up with that. I'm not gonna let you shit on me. Nope. When I can put a shirt on that you can shit on, I'll hold you, but not until. Okay? I love you with all my heart. I do. Put putting you in that cage does not mean I don't love you. It means I have good boundaries with you. There's a storm coming, collective. Get ready. I'm hearing that song by Shinedown. I've been sitting around this house for days, waiting on a hurricane. Alright, who's first? Hey, Esponja. Hey, G-Ram. What's your question, sweetheart? General love, please. What is coming for you in love? Alright, let's look at that. Spirit, how can we look at what's coming for G-Ram in love? Alright, well, let's look at any blocks you might have to your love life. Since it kind of sounds like you're single, but remember now, you're asking for a love reading in a month that has a Mercury retrograde, okay? So you could have someone that wants to come back from the past. We'll see what comes out. Alright, G-Ram's love life, Spirit, what do you see for the next month? What do you see for the month of July for G-Ram? Some have changing them and somebody being available that's been unavailable. Blocks to the love life. Feeling unworthy and being available. Indecision about how worthy you are. Blocks to G-Ram's love life, Spirit, in 30 days. G-Ram, you're a lone wolf. Are you really a loner, or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? There's a soulmate showing up, G-Ram, and being judgmental. Remember the High Priestess being the energy to overcome. Okay, you have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. And judgment. Don't be too quick to count someone out. Be open and give them a fair chance. And somehow eye candy could be a problem for you. You could be very attractive and women are falling all over you because of your attractiveness, or the vice versa. And don't compare people, okay? Be careful of being judgmental and thinking that there's only one soulmate for you and feeling like you're a lone wolf because you're afraid of getting hurt, and somehow eye candy came out for you. All right, now let's look at what the universe is having happen for you. I'm going to just kind of shuffle a little bit. What is going on in G-Ram's life in July, Spirit, when it comes to love? Love life for G-Ram in July. Love life for G-Ram in July. How are you working in G-Ram's love life? There we go. The Hermit came out. And that Wheel. So you're, in a sense, I think you're in yourself and your soul searching. You might be trying to learn about soulmates a little bit, or somehow you're you're learning wisdom in love right now. I think you're like mulling over relationships that you've had and what maybe went wrong. You're very much a lone wolf right now. You have a lone wolf feel, like your hermit mode, kind of sideways. You might still be putting yourself out there a little bit, You really have a feel of being a lone wolf right now. And it has something to do with judgment and a soulmate. You might have somebody who is different from you, and it might not be you who's judgmental. It could be your family. It could be other people judging your relationship. Let's see what comes out when it comes to your love life. I'm actually going to pull a tarot that has, it's oracles. You might have guilt for something that did not end real well. You could be soul searching about that. Yeah, there's guilt. There's guilt and sabotage here. It was determined to come out. Alright, why is G-Ram feeling like this? Because you have a sense of not loving yourself, G-Ram. You need to love yourself more. Set intentions during this this full moon. Manifest, actually set the intentions during Leo new moon. You want to manifest your intentions, okay? You need to get your self-love upright. You're not loving yourself, you feel guilty. Divine masculine on the bottom of the deck, not standing in his power, so you could have a soulmate relationship for sure. It could be a twin flame. Why is the wheel on the bottom of the deck? Because of a decision that's going to be made about a soul tie reunion. It came out in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Because of a new opportunity. Outcome of the new opportunity. Injustice. What's the injustice? The end. When it comes to a twin flame. It looks like there's a twin flame that's ending for you. Somebody's going to decide they don't want to have this. They want something new. And they're just going to end this. So what happens when something new starts? Damn. You got seasons. You got autumn and winter. What does that mean? That you're going to have to learn. Okay. You're going to get the courage. It looks like it's going to take you a couple seasons to get courage to take action. Jupiter is going to come through in about 6 months. And you need to do some inner child work you're not doing. This is what's causing somebody to be cold. Or have been cold. Let's see what your inner child work might look like. You got to do some inner child work in order for your love life to move forward. What's the inner child work G-Ram needs to do? Things not being one-sided. So things have been very one-sided. Somebody could have been forceful. What else? Being dependent and stop being tricky and elusive. Keeping secrets. So sometimes things had a tendency in the past maybe to be one-sided. Somebody was very dependent and you have to stop being elusive and tricky. Spirit said go one more time. Okay, somebody is fixated. They feel unlovable. They've been manipulative. And disillusioned. Alright, that's enough. That's enough. Work on those things and see what can happen. That's where you're stuck at right there. Trust me, I understand. So it looks like it's going to be about 6 months. You will have a new opportunity, but you have to end it with this person. G-Ram, do you understand what I'm saying, baby? Are you still with me? Alright, who's next? Arushi. Okay, thank you, G-Ram, for letting me know. Look, trust me, I'm right there with you. Right there with you. I'm just waiting for Arushi to post her question. Okay. Usually she just wants a general reading, but we'll see what she says this time. I have got to get that laptop out so you can do those challenges. I think that would be a great idea. You might have the ability now. I think I've given you full access as moderator to everything except money. I think. I'm not sure though. I don't think I gave you the ability to delete people from YouTube, only because of that stuff that we had going on a while back. Not you weren't involved in it, but that lady that was moderating for me when Cheryl was out. What is coming next towards me? Yeah, that's what she always wants. Okay, let's see. Spirit, how do you want to show Arushi what's coming towards her in general? What's coming towards Arushi? Okay, well, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed, baby. We'll get it fixed. What is coming towards Arushi? We're like $25 away from a payout. We've been stuck there for months, and I don't know why. We were getting, donations occasionally. I don't know if I said something that upset people. I don't fucking know. But if you have a bank account, I don't care. We can set it up to go into your account because you may need it more than I do. And I don't mind at all. All right, let's get a reading for Arushi. How do we want to get a reading for Arushi? For some reason, Arushi, I feel stuck. This might be where I felt stuck in the beginning of the reading. What's going on with Arushi, Spirit? What's coming towards her next? I'm looking at the money deck for some reason. A new life and unfolding in reverse. What's coming toward Arushi, Spirit? May I see, please? This could be about your career. You have star power and you're going to have new life. Talk to me about Arushi, Spirit. What's going on? I think I've seen that for you before, Arushi. Fast changes in new life. It looks like you're about to have some really fast changes in your life. Tell me what's going on for Arushi, Spirit, in her life. What's coming towards her? Oh, wow. Okay. We have perspective. You remember obedience at the beginning? Arushi, what's going on here? If you change the way you look at things, you could see everything in a brand new light that will help you get where you want to be. And then authority. Clashes with the boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful resolutions if you can. So, remember the fight? You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition. This woman in this picture is somehow of privilege. I don't know if you are of a family of privilege and you have been set up to be in an arranged marriage, but something is locked. Work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temporary position while awaiting an opening. Your new place will offer job security. So it's almost like Seeing your authority and your brilliance from a different perspective will help. It's like you don't want to accept your position in society or in life. But you actually have some very brilliant ideas. It's almost like those ideas can't go anywhere because they're locked. Okay. There's something I need to see for you. What are the blocks here in love? It doesn't have to be romantic. What are the blocks? Being needy and don't compare me to others. So other people around you are needy and they might compare you to others like you're not like other people, and you're not. Fear of cheating and comparing. Oh my God. What are the blocks? Pin up anger and don't compare me to others. What are the blocks here? Being unavailable and getting hurt. I think that it is painful to you that something or someone or you are unavailable. And too much work in reverse. So it's like you can't do what you want to do. You can't have the job you want to have. What's going to be the outcome here? Lone wolf and comparison came out. Are you really alone, or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? They could have come out either way. You don't want to be a lone wolf, and you're being compared. Comparison keeps coming out over and over for you. Somehow comparing. Comparing is unfair. Leave your past and see your new love for who they are. Maybe you can't move on because of comparing everybody to someone, or maybe someone can't move on from you because of comparing, and pent up anger and being burned out. All right, I'm going to try to get you some guidance because I think you understand what's being said here. Guidance, Spirit. Thank you so very much. Damn it, boy. Okay. Number 41 and number 3. Excuse my language for saying GD a while ago. I don't normally say that. Especially, I mean, occasionally it slips out. I'll put it like that. Just occasionally. This card is always an ally. It's never a challenger. The cosmos appears always as an ally and never as a challenger. Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember down here you have brilliant ideas. Remember that all of life is creative and you're always co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity and the vastness of the energetic exchange of consciousness influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious with the power of influence others, with the power to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others, from an individual level to a global one. This is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action toward your goals, as the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to be meaningfully touch others with all that you create. And I feel that this goes back to you being in this place of authority, or having this authority. Seeing that you can change the way you look at things. You can see everything in a brand new light, and it will help you to get where you want to be. It has to do with clashing with someone in authority and having brilliant ideas. It's like your ideas and whoever's in authority, they clash. And this person might compare you. Somehow there's a lone wolf. And you don't want to get hurt, so you make yourself unavailable. And you feel like life is locked. Like no matter what you do, you're stuck. The Spirit Whisperer, number 3, also in reverse. If I'm not mistaken, you're the one who had the mean woman that was so mean to you when I first met you. The Spirit Whisperer warns you're about to go astray and need her guidance. Red flags are waving, and you must pay attention lest you find yourself cleaning up messes you didn't even know you'd made. She challenges you to start again and trust your intuition. In time, you will be on track. On this occasion, you can't possibly go wrong since you're that much more aware of the possible challenges you need to step away from. And it's this authority figure you're clashing with. You need to see this differently. Your ideas and maybe your parents are clashing. Maybe your aunt, whoever you're fighting with. If this is about a relationship, you may be repeating something in your past that you don't need to relearn. Stay away, as this may end up a costly distraction. That said, lessons learned over and over make for great wisdom later. So be careful of going back to something or someone from your past or repeating the same lessons over and over again. I'm going to pull one more thing for you as I feel you need a little something extra this month. How can Arushi not F herself? May I see? Arushi, escape materialism and open up. I feel that this is going to be hard for you because I feel like you are being forced into this materialism. And maybe you just don't need to say anything about this. Like maybe you need to be quiet and not say anything. Look, take a vacation. And you look like you can afford it too. Anything else? Meditate. Spirit says you need to meditate. One more time I'm hearing. Just be. Just be. Meditate and just be. And do some shadow work. And I'm not going to pull cards on you for that because I feel you already know what that is. I think it's about this authority right here. I think you know what's going on without me getting into any more detail than I've already gotten into. Just be, meditate, and open up. What's going to be the outcome of everything here being locked? Oh my God, no. That's so many cards. I'm going to tell you what they say though. Getting out of flow, being in freedom, being protected, things unfolding, not being able to save face, not having ups and downs, doing honest work, and having guidance. And shedding. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that was meant to come out. Even though it was a lot, I think it was absolutely meant to come out. Be careful of arguments, Arushi, okay? You're welcome, baby. Espanja, I think I saw, is Carlos still blocked? Oh, I'm becoming fat, huh? Alright. So what she wants to know is Carlos still, does he still have me blocked? And is there other persons? Does Carlos have a sponge block, Spirit? Helpful people, if you believe, don't wait. What do you mean? Is he blocking or unblocking? In the near future, don't stop. In the near future, what? There's something better. Don't compromise. Okay. And within the next few weeks. I feel that this is not talking about him at all. I feel like there's helpful people for you in the near future. Spirit saying there's something better. Don't compromise. There's something that's going to happen within the next few weeks. Okay. Is Carlos seeing someone else? The situation will improve. Meditation brings answers. Can you give me a definitive yes or no? Not within the next few months. Get more information. All right. So Spirit's not really being specific with me about Carlos. I think that his spirit guides want me to focus more on you and let them work on him. That helpful people might be them working on him. Maybe your spirit guides working on you. So there will not be any compromise. And sometimes, Esponja, we eat to deal with our emotions. So be careful you're not eating emotionally, okay? I feel that Spirit wants you to stop focusing so much on Carlos and focus on Esponja. Spirit, what shadow work does Esponja need to focus on? Embarrassment and not being responsible. Being embarrassed maybe because of being irresponsible. Don't be embarrassed. And look, invading. Somehow you might be invading someone's privacy. Don't be invading. Don't be embarrassed. Work on how you feel. Embarrassed. You feel embarrassed. And you know you've been irresponsible in the past. And you've been invading Carlos's privacy. Coming to readings and asking about him is invading his privacy. And you might even be having like accounts online to look at him. Let's talk about how you cannot F yourself. I'm not being able to look at Carlos, only you. Well, how can Esponja not F herself? Rediscover Esponja. What are your interests? Are you hiding yourself to please others' version of you? One time I was in prison because I got in some trouble a long, long time ago, like 28 years ago. And I had an addiction. And I was in a lot of trouble, went to prison for almost a year. And while I was in there, I was so codependent that I literally didn't know what my favorite drink was, what my favorite color was, because what my favorite thing was whatever your favorite thing was. I liked my eggs the way you liked your eggs because I was so enmeshed in other people, specifically my first husband, that I liked things the way he liked them. I didn't even know who I was. And so I took a piece of paper and a pen, a pencil, whatever, and I wrote down everything I liked about different things in life. What was my favorite food? What was my favorite color? What did I like to drink the best? How did I like my eggs cooked? Do I even like eggs? Hell no, I don't even like eggs. I tolerate them, but I don't really like them. You know, I went through all the things I could think of to figure out me. And that's where I think you are right now in life, is you need to figure out Esponja big time. Big time. One more time I'm hearing. You got obsession and born to stand out. They came out in reverse. And kindness. The thing about you that's standing out right now is this obsession. And that's not what's meant to stand out. You're a very loving and kind-hearted person. And that is what is meant to stand out about you. That's why you need to rediscover yourself. Because right now, you're all about this obsession with Carlos. And there's so much more to you than this obsession. So much more to you. May I have a message for Sponja, please, Holy Spirit? I guess that's the message right there. Miss Sunshine, 17, 50, and 6. The Observer and Listen. These are very short, so I'm going to read them to you. Sun, light, energy, courage, and clarity. A woman rises high into the sky. Her hair shines bright like the sun. Her skirt looks like a huge building. She comes from a darker place. Beneath her lies gloom and shadows, but her light is glowing. She is like the energy of life in the sun of the universe. She focuses her intention on the positive and is able to gain clarity. She leaves the night and fear behind. The Spirit wants you to leave this darkness, this fear, this heavy energy behind you. You could have gotten something tangled in your hair recently, for sure. Or you may have gotten some of those things that go in your hair, whatever you call them. The Observer, patience, awareness, focus. A woman is looking through an old-fashioned camera, ready to take a photograph. She observes the landscape before her. All is quiet, all is peaceful. We don't know how long this woman has been waiting for the perfect shot. She has the patience to remain focused until the decisive moment presents itself. Strength lies in her calmness. She lives in the present and doesn't get easily distracted. So you're being asked to come into the positivity, to come into the sunshine, and to stay focused on the positive, and to listen. Okay, you have to listen. Mindfulness, sensitivity, and empathy. This young woman with closed eyes and a knowing smile is rooted in the earth. Her hair has transformed into roots, and on the plants above her, you can tell this woman is aware of her surroundings. She is connected to the voice of nature. She can listen to the growing plants beneath the ground. She is an integral part of her world. She understands the sorrows and worries of the environment. She also knows the songs of nature's pleasures. Spirit wants you to come out of the dark, be in the light. You are a beautiful, shining light to those around you. Spirit wants you to be in the present moment and to stay focused on the present and the positive. And to know that you are an important part of your surroundings. You're connected to all that is. And you can feel with deep empathy, and you have kindness. You sense people's feelings when you're around them. This is what you need to focus on. You need to focus on your gifts and rediscover who you are. Get outside and go out into nature. There's things about you when you were a little girl that you have forgotten. There's beautiful, beautiful things about you. And you were born to stand out, but not with this obsession. You need to let go of this obsession and find yourself again. You've lost yourself, Esponja, in this obsession with Carlos. It's time to find yourself again, baby. Hello, Rachel. How are you, sweetheart? Anything we can do for you before I close the questions? Kailash, did you want me to ask about your situation for tomorrow and how it's going to go? I feel very positive about it. Thank you so much for all the likes today. Nice. That sounds wonderful. I wish I could have one. Where are you from, baby? I bet it is. Oh, cool. You don't live in North Carolina down the road, do you? Okay, cool. Nice. The home of the original witches, right? If you know anything about paganism, you might recognize New Bern, North Carolina. What's the question, Kailash? I live about 18 miles from New Bern, North Carolina. I gotcha. It is the capital, or it was. They moved because they got found out. But we had like the capital church for Wiccans in New Bern while I was growing up. But they moved out of the area, or they said they moved out. They may have just said they moved out. It's hard to say. Oh, wow. Wow. Did I tell you you were going to lose them? I had forgotten I talked to you about that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to forget things. It's just when I'm channeling I don't remember. You need to find a coven. They used to have a big one here, but I don't know what happened. All right, Kailash, I hear you, baby. Will my interview tomorrow be successful? Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Yay. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I'm not glad to hear you lost them, but I'm glad to hear you got them back. Or we'll be getting them back early. That's good. All right, Kailash is having a job interview tomorrow, and we want to see how that's going to go for him. How's the job interview going to go for Kailash, Spirit? Trust. You don't believe. You may have lost hope, Kailash, like after all you've been through, baby. How's the job interview going to go tomorrow? Look for a sign and trust. You might get a sign between now and then. The manager could reach out to you and say, don't forget about our meeting. Improving health and trust. Okay. All right. How's the job interview going to go for Kailash with this person he's meeting with? Within the next few months, be assertive. So it looks like you're going to be very busy within the next few months. Don't ask for help from others. Trust. Will he get the job, Spirit? What? No came out, Kailash. I hope I'm wrong. For once, I hope I'm wrong. Perfect timing. Okay, I'm going to put that back. I'm going to be more specific. Okay. Will he get the job from this manager? Maybe not tomorrow, but will he get the job? Not the right time, but no need to worry. So the timing is wrong. Within the next few weeks. So you're gonna be assertive within the next few months. Is he gonna get a job in the next 30 days? Don't ask for help from others. And hold on. Are you telling Kailash to stop asking me about the job and to trust? In the near future, meditation brings answers. I feel That they're not giving you the answer. This is some kind of lesson in trust. We've been seeing that over and over again. Alright, let me look at something. Spirit. I'm not going to say the question out loud, but I'm going to ask the question. Okay. Kailash. What are the blocks here? New life and brilliance in reverse. What are the blocks here to this Kailash's career life? Passage in new life. Kailash, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Can you show me what the blocks are here? You're going through, I think, a Saturn return and being taught to be flexible. I hope I'm wrong, but it was saying no, and it was saying that you were going to be rejected by this man. There's going to be some kind of disharmony there, and it's the timing. I'm sorry, baby. I'm frustrated for you. I don't understand why Spirit is doing this. It's pissing me off, quite frankly. But I love you, and I will be praying for a good outcome. I hope I'm wrong. Like, I'm not always right. Even Rachel said I was off on her timing. So, just trust in Spirit and know that you are loved and that the universe does care what you're going through. I think you're being put through this to shed some ego. Really. And that's just what we go through. That's just what we go through. Alright. You have a wonderful day, and I love you all. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Mwah. Bye-bye.